Alright, here's a tutorial on how to make an iPhone icon. Now with the burst effect, kind of like this. So what we're going to do is open up a new document. We're going to make sure it's a square document, 400 by 400 right here. Now what we're going to do is select our two colors. So we'll go with this dark purple right here and light purple, just like the iTunes icon. So now we're gonna select the gradient tool and make sure you have it selected to foreground to background, and what you're gonna do is go from the top of the canvas, hold shift and go down to the bottom. Now go to filter, distort, wave, and type in these number generators 15, minimum wavelength 10, max 35, minimum amplitude 15 and max 45, yes, and scale 100, vertical, horizontal, vertical 75. And click on triangle and repeat edge pixels, and it'll give us this wavy effect. Now go to filter, distort, polar coordinates, and make sure on your rectangular to polar, push OK, and there we have it. Cool little burst effect. Now we're gonna go to filter, sharpen, unsharp mask. You can mess with these, you can, depending on how you want it. There we go. I like that. Now we are going to make the icon circular, rounded square thing. So what we're going to do is create a new layer and go to rounded rectangular tool, and then hold down shift while you drag out the box. Oh, and what you're going to want to do is, before you do that, is make sure your radius is about 60. You can mess with that and change it. It changes how these edges work. So now you're gonna go to select all, layer, align layers, vertical center, layer, align layers, horizontal center. This just makes it so this image is centered into the canvas. Now push Command and Control D to deselect and drag this shape layer under your burst. Now you're going to want to push Command and Control and click on the shape layer on this image, and that'll outline the icon shape. Now click on your burst layer and go down to here where it says add layer mask. There we go. Now we got that. And then we can right click on the layer mask and push apply layer mask. Now we're gonna add some images to this. So create a new layer, go to elliptical marquee tool, and from the center, as close as you can, push, hold shift, drag out a little bit, and then hold shift to make it a circle, and option or alt to constrain it so that it just goes through the center. Now we're gonna let go of that. Push D to get these colors back, and then X to switch them, and then push Alt or Option and delete or backspace. Now we're going to double click on this layer and go to fill opacity down here and drag it all the way down to 0. Now opacity, fill opacity. Now we're going to add a stroke. There's a stroke. Go in here and change the color to white or whatever color you prefer. There we go. And we're going to go to inside, and you can change the size how you want it. I like that. Now we're going to bevel and emboss, and go to linear bevel, downwards. You can adjust the depth to make it a little less. Size. Just how you ever prefer it. And we're going to click, and also instead of doing this, you could add a drop shadow and change the distance, spread, just mess with that. But we're gonna do a bevel and emboss. Now click OK.